He stood frozen near the snack table, heart racing, palms sweaty. Everyone around him seemed to be laughing, talking, connecting, while he clutched his soda can like it was a life preserver. He practiced a line in his head over and over. "Hey, how do you know the host?" But when someone looked his way, he turned, pretending to check his phone. This wasn't his first time dodging a simple hello. Social anxiety had turned every gathering into a battlefield. If this sounds like you or someone you love, you're not alone. But what if we told you that there's a fast, science-backed way to start feeling better? Not months from now, not after years of therapy, but today, right now. This isn't about forcing fake confidence, it's about learning how to shift your internal wiring, with steps so simple anyone can do them. Stick around, because what you're about to discover could be the turning point you've been searching for. Social anxiety isn't just shyness. It's a powerful emotional reaction that convinces you that others are constantly judging, criticizing, or laughing at you, even when they're not. It can show up when you're ordering coffee, answering the phone, or sitting in a Zoom meeting. It's not about being antisocial. Most people with social anxiety crave connection. They just fear the rejection that might come with it. And here's the twist. Over 15 million adults in the US alone suffer from social anxiety disorder. That's nearly 1 in 13 people. You're not broken, you're not weird, you're part of a silent club that no one talks about. But once you understand what's happening inside your mind and body, you can take control. You don't have to live in fear of being seen. Avoiding social situations might feel like a relief in the short term, but in the long run, it feeds the fear. Every time you skip a party, cancel a call, or dodge a conversation, your brain gets the message. Yes, that situation was dangerous. Good job hiding. But the cost is steep. You miss out on forming real friendships. Your career may stall because you're too afraid to speak up. You might even find relationships slipping away, not because people don't care, but because you pull away first. And over time, your world shrinks. You may start organizing your entire life around avoidance, but you're capable of so much more. And it starts with challenging those fear loops, one small decision at a time. Let's break this down in brain terms. Social anxiety is deeply rooted in how our brains are wired for survival. When you sense a threat, even something as simple as eye contact, your amygdala fires off a danger signal. Your body reacts like you're being chased by a lion. Heart pounding, muscles tense, brain flooded with cortisol. Then your prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain that helps you analyze, starts spinning stories. They think I'm weird. I'll mess this up. They're laughing at me. In people with social anxiety, the amygdala is hyperreactive. Even safe situations feel like danger zones. But here's the good news. Your brain is plastic. It can rewire. You can train it to respond differently, and you don't need to be a neuroscientist to do it. Start small. Seriously, micro wins are the key. Change your posture, shoulders back, chin up. This tells your brain, I'm safe, I belong. Control your breathing. Try box breathing. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold again for 4. It lowers your stress levels fast. Make brief eye contact. Even 2 seconds is a win. These may seem basic, but they send powerful signals to your nervous system. They interrupt the automatic fear response and build new patterns. Don't underestimate the impact of small wins. They stack up. They create momentum. And they're proof that you're not stuck, you're evolving. Now, let's talk about exposure. Not exposure like public humiliation, but exposure as a tool for healing. The fastest way to reduce fear is to face it, gradually, gently, repeatedly. Start by saying hi to the barista. Ask someone at work about their weekend. Make a phone call instead of sending a text. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Meet Alex. A year ago, he couldn't walk into a room without feeling like he'd pass out. Today, he speaks on panels and leads community meetups. How? He made a list of scary but doable tasks and tackled one a week. Each win gave him confidence to try the next. It's not magic, it's exposure. And it works. You know that voice in your head that says, you're awkward or everyone's judging you? That's your inner critic, and it's lying. It's time to rewrite the script. Try this. When the thought comes up, pause and ask, is this 100% true? Then replace it with a more balanced statement. I might feel awkward, but I'm doing something brave. This is the essence of cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT. It teaches you to catch distorted thinking and replace it with truth. Another trick? Name the voice. Oh look, Negative Nancy is back. This gives you distance from your thoughts so you can challenge them. not obey them. You don't have to believe everything you think. Social anxiety often tricks you into thinking you lack social skills, when in reality, you're overanalyzing every move. But here's the truth. Social skills are learnable. They're not an innate talent, they're just tools. And the more you use them, the sharper they get. Let's begin with one of the most powerful techniques, active listening. Most people are so busy planning their response, they miss what the other person is really saying. Active listening flips the focus. Instead of worrying about sounding smart, you become deeply curious. You lean in, nod gently, make small verbal cues like, I see, or that makes sense. It relaxes the other person. And surprisingly, it relaxes you too. Next up, asking open-ended questions. Avoid yes or no traps. Try something like, what made you choose that career? Or what's been the highlight of your week? These questions do two things. They show genuine interest and they take the spotlight off you. Now, let's talk about mirroring, a subtle but powerful tool. People naturally feel connected to those who behave similarly to them. So if someone is speaking softly, lower your tone just slightly. If they're using casual language, mirror that style. You're not being fake. You're building rapport through rhythm. Also, don't underestimate the power of body language. Maintain an open posture, uncrossed arms, relaxed shoulders, and eye contact, even brief. Smiling at appropriate moments signals warmth and openness, which can make conversation smoother. A tip that works wonders: use the person's name in conversation. That's a great point, Sarah. It makes people feel acknowledged and grounds the interaction in mutual respect. Here's a mini challenge you can try. Start one small conversation every day. It doesn't have to be deep. A compliment to a coworker, a comment about the weather to someone in line, or even just saying good morning confidently. These tiny reps teach your brain that nothing bad happens when you speak up. Remember, confidence is a byproduct of doing, not thinking. The more you engage, the more natural it becomes. Think of these social skills like a gym workout. You start light, but every rep makes you stronger. Let's talk about something that takes real courage: asking for help. There's often a stigma around therapy, as if it's only for people who are broken. But that couldn't be further from the truth. Getting professional support isn't a sign of weakness. It's one of the strongest steps you can take to reclaim your life from anxiety. Social anxiety, especially when severe, can be deeply rooted in past experiences, personality traits, or even genetics. And sometimes, despite trying every tip and self-help hack, it just doesn't get better. That's when it's time to call in the pros. So, when should you seek help? If social anxiety is interfering with your relationships, preventing you from advancing in your career, making daily tasks like phone calls or shopping feel unbearable, leading to physical symptoms like panic attacks, nausea, or dizziness, causing avoidance that shrinks your life, then therapy could be a game changer. There are several options. 1. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT. This is the gold standard for treating social anxiety. It helps you identify negative thought patterns, challenge them, and replace them with more balanced ones. Over time, you learn to respond to anxiety differently, without avoiding it. 2. Exposure therapy. Often part of CBT, this approach helps you gradually face your fears. You build a hierarchy of scary situations, starting with the least terrifying and working up. Step by step, you desensitize your brain to fear. 3. Group therapy. This might sound intimidating, but it can be incredibly healing. You meet others facing the same struggles. You practice conversations in a safe, non-judgmental space. You realize you're not alone. 4. Medication. In some cases, a doctor might recommend anti-anxiety medication, especially if your symptoms are severe. These don't cure anxiety, but they can give you enough relief to engage with therapy and rebuild confidence. 5. Online therapy and apps. Platforms like BetterHelp or Talkspace make therapy accessible from your home. There are also apps like Mindshift, Sunvelo, or MoodKit designed to help manage anxiety through CBT tools and daily check-ins. Remember, seeking help doesn't mean giving up. It means you're ready to take action. You're tired of surviving and ready to start living. And here's the beauty of it. Once you take that first step, once you hear a professional say, "What you're feeling makes sense," it's like the weight starts to lift. You're not weird, you're human, and healing is absolutely possible. Remember the guy from the beginning? The one standing by the snack table, too scared to speak? That was Ryan. Today, Ryan leads game nights for 20+ people. He volunteers at his community center. He even helped someone else who was struggling. How did he get there? He started with a breath. He said one awkward hello. He rewrote the story in his mind. He failed a few times, yes, but kept going. You can be your own Ryan. You can stop avoiding, stop hiding, and start living. Social anxiety doesn't define you. It's just a chapter in your story. And now you get to write the next one. You don't have to be fearless, just be willing. The rest follows. If this video helped, drop a comment and share your own first step, because your story might be the inspiration someone else is waiting for.